Crouching low, I whisper the words. I wish for my doppelganger to die a slow and painful death. The candle flame disappears, and my own suffering begins. My skin peels away, my limbs fail. What have I done? It started on my 18th birthday, an unassuming knock on my door. Oh, I open it without thinking, and a dormant primal instinct I never knew I had screams at me to run. Because standing there is me. An identical copy of myself stands on the doormat, holding a tiny slice of cake with a single candle. It wears a wide, knowing smile. It speaks in my exact voice, my exact cadence. Happy birthday! I'm glad we can finally meet. You have no wishes saved, but there's always time for a first. Elf. So make those gears in your head turn and think of something. As it speaks, an unseen spark lights the candle. My mind isn't thinking of a wish, it's just screaming. I slam the door in its face out of pure, horrifying instinct and spend the next few hours in shock. The thing that unnerves me most is the perfection. There are no imperfections. No stray hairs, no tiny blemishes, no slightly crooked teeth. Nothing at all that would tip anyone off that it was an imposter. I spend the next few weeks in a haze of terror. The few times I leave my room, I see that same slice of cake on the doormat. It's rotten now, swarming with flies, but the candle is still lit. My roommates say nothing is there. They start to look at me with concern, not wanting to be sent to some facility. I learn to ignore it. I step over the cake, whose flame burns a little weaker each day, and I push the imposter from my mind. Then my 19th birthday rolls around. Like it never left, that thing taps on my door again. I stare through the peephole into my own eyes, watching the candle's flame flicker ominously. I twist the handle. Glad you decided it was worth it, it says softly. Happy birthday again. I'm pleased to be delivering your second wish. I hope you use it well. It explains the rules. The wish must affect me, and only me, directly. The source of its fulfillment is not something I can influence. It places a fresh slice of cake on the doormat and walks away. That year, I wish for money. Not enough to be rich, just comfortable. And it works. Except the money is stolen from a charity fundraiser. It doesn't take long for the knock to come on the door of my new downtown apartment. Despite my protests, I'm handcuffed and handed a sentence of 10 years in a damp, bare-walled cell. I played the game and I lost. Except the game isn't over. On my next birthday, it comes to visit me in prison. We lock eyes between the metal bars. It recites a new monologue I don't listen to. The cake sits on the cold concrete floor, its flame burning. Then the whispering starts. A cacophony of voices, all telling me to make my wish, to take what's mine. They tell me I just have to be smarter, that now I know there's a game to be won. I stand firm for weeks. Until I get a call. My mother has been murdered. They found her inside an industrial dough mixer. They still haven't recovered all the pieces. Swinging between rage and grief, I stumble back to my cell. I have an idea. The faint light of the candle flame dances in the shadows, as if to taunt me. As if to say, look what you made me do. I crouch down, lips pursed, and blow. I wish for my doppelganger to die a slow and painful death. The flame bends and vanishes into nothing. At that exact moment, my suffering begins. I was granted a commutation of my sentence on compassionate grounds, but I'm still trapped. My skin is gradually sloughing away, my arms and legs losing more function with each passing day. My mind is slowly shutting down. They have run every test, called in every expert. The doctor